I just wanted to share with you this morning how I try to deal with crazy mornings or crazy days. My to-do list is usually ginormous, and I'm always trying to figure out, okay, what do I have to get done? Like, what's the most pressing thing? And even from taking my kids back from school, at the stoplight, I'm like getting a pin, I'm writing things on my hand. I'm like, okay, I got to buy birthday supplies for my daughter tomorrow. I have to buy a Waldo costume for my son this week, who has to dress up as his favorite book character. I need to order cups for kids' church. So just a whole bunch of different things I need to get done, and I can start to get overwhelmed that I have just so much to do. And I can tend to go straight into like go mode, and it's just not good for my soul. Like, I can feel it in my body, like I'm really tense. I'm starting to stress. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff I have to do. How am I going to get it all done? And I can start to stress. And a verse that I have been focusing on this whole year, a verse in the Bible, has helped me a ton. It says, "This is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel, says. Only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved. In quietness and confidence is your strength, but you would have none of it." And I keep this verse on my fridge because even mornings like this, where I want to go straight into go mode, like I need to clean this kitchen, and if you can see my kitchen, it's disgusting. And pretty much most areas of my house have been crazy just because we just haven't had much time with soccer and other things. And so I can go straight into go mode, like I don't have time to just sit and rest. But God keeps putting this verse back on my heart that He says, only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved. In quietness and confidence is your strength. And the last part of it is a kicker. It says, but you would have none of it. And that's totally me so many times. I would have none of it. I'm like, sorry, God, I'm too busy. I got to go. I have all this laundry to do. I don't have time to just sit and rest. And what God keeps putting back on my heart is in those moments where I feel totally overwhelmed, like that I need to just get all this stuff done. That's the exact time I have to stop, and I need to go, usually outside, because I feel like I connect so much with God outside. Just go sit and be still for, I try like 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes it's such a battle, like even 2 minutes. I'm like, no, I got to get inside. I got to get all this stuff done. But just to sit outside and to just be still. There's another verse that says, be still and know that I'm God. And it's to focus on that, just to rest. Know that God's in control. The world's not going to end if I still don't, fold that laundry that I have. I have this, I want to share this cool quote from one of my favorite books ever. I reference it several times a week. It's called Seven Sacred Pauses, Living Mindfully Through the Hours of the Day. And what this author says, she says, it's all about remembrance of God and of good. Each morning, as I look out my window, I want to be awake enough to say, today I will remember to pause. And so that's my heart. Today I want to remember to pause. Throughout my day, she talks about doing it 7 times during the day, at like morning, mid-morning, lunchtime, mid-afternoon, about dusk, and then, later on in the evening. And the purpose of it is just to stop and to pause, and not to us always be in go mode, but just to rest and be still, and not always be frantic. And when I do this, it is so good for my soul. It brings a peace over my life when I just sit and I rest and I think about God and I think about His goodness and take a lot of deep breaths, because that helps me to calm down. But this is just something I've been wanting to do. I want to do more of. Like, I would love to have this discipline regularly in my life before we adopt, because I know I'm going to need a lot of peace in my life with adopting little guys. And I want this to be like so natural, such a habit, that like these certain times of the day, this is when I stop whatever I'm doing, and I go outside and I just pause and I'm just quiet.